Hey everyone, my name is Simon and I'm a brand strategist here in Montreal. Today I would like to share with you 5 tips on what you should do to make your first piece of long-form content. It could be a YouTube video, a podcast, or a blog article. Those are the 5 principles that I've applied in the process of making this current video. So I thought I'd share it with you because I feel like it's something that people struggle with just to get started. So let's get on with it. The first tip is to write a list of obvious questions. What are obvious questions? They're the things that you get asked all the time as a business owner. You want to write down like, how much does it cost? What's the use for me in this product? How does it work? What can I do with this or product or service? And they insert blank item in there. The reason is because often the thing you're the expert at or you're the builder of, people just don't have your thought process. They don't know how you think and how you got to that solution or that product. So it could be a very, very useful solution to go back to basics and think about what the people that are watching the video or the podcast, the blog article, they will want to know. Make the content that is searchable and that people want to actually know. Like it's usually like the easiest piece of content you'll ever make. Another tip on content creation is to make a list of the things that people cannot do themselves. What can they literally do themselves? Can't they do themselves? And what can't they learn themselves? Those two spheres are a good opportunity for you to make a piece of content that will just enhance the value of the reason why they should consume your piece of content and then take actions with you or with your product that you're selling. So let's say, oh shit, I always break my phone when I don't have a case on it. Well, maybe if you make like we often see those videos on Instagram, and like maybe if you make a video of a case that protects the iPhone and doesn't, it prevents it from breaking, probably that's something somebody cannot do without your case. Just a simple example. It's applicable to products but services too. So like let's say you want to teach somebody how to build their brand. Oh, that's fitting as a brand strategist here. So probably people will wonder like, what should I do first? So you tell them what the result of the learning process could be like, and then you deconstruct the goal. So what do you mean what you should do first? Well, the first thing should be the most important one that has the most impact on the next steps of your journey in building your brand. So what does that mean? It could mean to learn a new skill. It could mean to buy a camera. It could mean many things, but it's very specific to the problem you're trying to solve. So what is the thing that people cannot do by themselves? And then go from there to make your piece of content. That's the second tip. The third tip is about accelerated learning. What do I mean by that? I mean that always put yourself in your shoes 2 years from now. So in 2 years from where you are right now, what would have helped you to go faster? To learn the right things? What would have you skipped learning? So it's very important to put yourself in the future when you're in the present about the actions you're going to make, because there's going to be an outcome in the future. And you want to make sure that you put all your chances in the right basket, if that makes sense. Like you want to have the most chance to succeed. So what does it look like? So in 2 years, let's say I want to have 100 videos like this made on the YouTubes. So what do I need to do to make that happen? Like, do I need to learn how to write copywriting for scripts? Do I need to learn about audio engineering? Do I need to learn about how to control the light on the camera and not look at the screen while I look at you in the lens? Like, there's little things that I would have liked to know when I started to make the best possible content when you just start. So that's the third tip. The fourth tip is about speaking your beliefs, like your truths. What does that mean? Like, if you talk about the stuff you already know and you do in your daily life as a business owner or as an entrepreneur or as a student or anything, like you clearly know something that somebody doesn't know yet, and that person could be your audience, the audience that you want to target. So just be aware of that. Like, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to talk about something you're not interested because it's a trend. Just talk about what you are interested, but make sure it's searchable. So that's always the problem that we face when we try to teach people how to make content that's useful, is that you want to have the most impact with your content. You need to build an audience to have an audience. So that's the basic. So if you speak your truth, you mix that with a bit of strategy, and you talk about something you really believe in, you'll be convincing. You'll be building a tribe around what you love. And that's the fourth tip. Speak your truth. The fifth and the last tip I want to share with you guys today is about your intent. If you are transparent right from the get-go about your intent and the reason why you're making this content, so to me it's to teach you, to eventually probably help you personally on building your own brand. And that feels hard to say on the camera and publicly, but honestly it's the truth. I want to help as many people as possible with my business, to help you build your brand on a more personal level. That's the ultimate goal. So what do I need to do right now? I need to share what I know with people that will trust me eventually. And that's the reason I'm doing this. Like I enjoy the process of like being super vulnerable on camera, trying to speak a language that's not my native tongue, try to learn how to make better audio. I have like this blanket here for the sound. Just the process of learning and being transparent and being truthful with you guys it's super stressful for me, but I love it right now. So it's like a balance of stress and happiness. It's kind of weird. So that's the 5th tip. Be transparent with your intent. You'll connect way more with your audience because that just speaks a lot of authenticity. And often this word is just misrepresented because people are like, oh, you should be authentic, you should be authentic. But what does that really mean? It's just an empty word without the actions that back them up. So that's what I think. I have a bonus tip for you guys. The 6th one today should be just to get started. It's super cliche, it's useless without context, but if you get started now and stop procrastinating like I've been doing, you'll be feeling immensely better after the fact that you've done your first piece of content. For me personally, this is the 2nd one, but like I've procrastinated so long because I didn't know what to make, and that's the reason this video exists today. Just to give you a few tips on the process that I went through to get started and make the videos for the YouTubes. I hope you found something useful. My name is Simon and I'm a brand strategist. If you please would like to subscribe to the channel, I would immensely appreciate the feedback. You can write to me in the comments and all the shenanigans that people like to do on the YouTubes. I really wish you found that useful, and hopefully we'll have some B-roll towards this video, in this video. Thank you guys, have a good day. Also, I hope the sound was good.